Do you know what? I was gonna say I swear to God if there's another elevator, but you know, it happens. We're in another elevator.
Oh boy, hope you like elevators because you're in for a treat with this one. Welcome everyone, this is my 100% achievement video for Phantom Liberty. Let's get straight into it. So straight away we're going to get ourselves a story related achievement here. As with all my videos, I'll try and keep it as spoiler free as possible for you all if you do want to play this. Now obviously the achievement descriptions, when I pop them, will give away some of the story, so you will have to be a bit careful about that. But I've tried to cut as much gameplay as possible to not give anything away. After defending the president, we pop that achievement, and we'll be straight on to the next one here. It's not very far in. You have to fight a boss, this spider-like boss. Now I will give some of the opinions on my DLC, I'll get to that towards the end. Many people may not agree with me, and I might get a fair bit of stick for it, but I'm going to be honest, and I'll give credit where it's due, and criticism when it's needed. But here we are, we get chucked a grenade here, lob it down the chute of the tank, Metal Gear Solid 1 style, and that should unlock our second achievement of the DLC. Arachnophobia. That's for defeating the Chimera. So straight away, after the main story mission, we got access to the DLC open world. And I'm just going for a miscellaneous achievement here, which is, well, you're introduced to the new wanted system, and I just kill as many people as possible, and you have to get max wanted level. I guess that's what it's called in this game, wanted level. I'm just copying GTA here. And immediately, I get my 5 stars, get my achievement, and I get absolutely battered.
God. They fucked me up.
Now, I thought I'd showcase the driving for Cyberpunk here. It's brilliant. Now, I may not be the greatest of driver, I'll admit that. I haven't played a racing game in a while. But this driving on this game, I mean, it hasn't changed. It was never great the first time round. And I don't know what to expect, maybe I'm just complaining. But it's just, it's very arcade-like, and I just couldn't get on with it. I'm also apparently in combat here, but the person chasing me is absolutely miles away, so don't know what that was about. And this is quite a way into the DLC here. You have to do jobs where you collect a car and you'll take it back, and you have to do like 10 of them. But once you do about 8, you should get a special mission, which is the one we're on now. And you collect this lorry, and once I deliver it and drive it back, I'll get an achievement for it. Now along the way, this was another example of, I was trying to kill somebody who was chasing me, because this always happens, people will be on your tail and you have to get rid of them before you deliver the car. And the guy just wouldn't die. Couldn't kill him, and I just gave up in the end and drove off. And of course he was still chasing me, and you can't complete the mission until you get rid of your wanted level or the people chasing you, so I just got out, popped him in the head there. But we've now delivered the lorry, and there's our achievement. Easy come, easy go. So yeah, you can either deliver 10 vehicles, or you can do that mission where you steal the lorry, which you'll get after delivering about 7 or 8 vehicles. It's just another clip of an elevator in this DLC. But that was the end of the mission, which gives us an achievement at the end of it. Funnily enough, we're in another elevator again. At the end of that elevator ride, we are on the final gig here. We're just capping a few people, and this will end up getting us the achievement for completing all the gigs once we've finished. So this was fun. Killed all the people, she had a moment. Everybody's dead, turn around, she's fine again. But after completing the last gig, of the DLC will get another achievement. It doesn't pop straight away, you have to wait for Mr. Hands. Once Mr. Hands rings you, like 24 hours later, we'll get the achievement to pop. There we are, Dirty Deeds. Now with my 100% achievement videos, where I max a game out, I usually put steps in them. But as it's a DLC, I won't do that because they're quite short, most DLCs, and there's not many steps required. But moving on, we are on a side mission here. There's increased criminal activity. It's like a special type of side mission on the game. There's like 3 or 4, I believe, bosses on the map. They're like mini bosses. And once you kill every one of those, you'll get an achievement, which is what we just popped there, Judgment Day. Moving on, we're getting all the miscellaneous achievements out of the way. But I find a collectible here. You'll get relic skill points. And there's a few of these dotted around the map. You'll get some through story progression as well. But I found the last one on the map here. Unlocked all my relic skills. And we get the achievement for unlocking them all. Relic Ruler. Now this is where it gets a bit spoiler territory. So you want to be careful with what you look at here. I've cut as much footage out as I can without it giving stuff away. But this is at the end of the DLC. And we'll get our first ending related achievement, King of Wands. Here we are getting the second ending achievement. I believe there's 5 of these ending achievements. And again, I'm trying not to give much away. But this is the third one, the tower. This is what I would consider the true ending. The one that you can get the most closure on. And oh boy, this is where you're in for a treat. Now, this is probably the worst part of the DLC for me when it comes to story and gameplay, or a gameplay loop. This fucking gave me flashbacks of playing a Ubisoft game. It was like playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla or some shit. Like, you have to go in here, and it probably sounds worse than it is, but there's a computer you have to hack to progress, to get to the person you need to get to. But it's ridiculous, as you'll get to a computer and you'll have to hack it, and then you'll have to do like a little mini game where you have to get rid of cables to then get through another door to another computer. And there's like 3 of these computers that you have to do 4 different things to progress, and it's just ridiculous. And you also have this robot that is scripted, and he will just randomly turn up, and all you do is you wait. You just wait until he does his little scripted walk around, and then he'll go away. But the problem is, he will just spawn, and sometimes while you're in the middle of something, he'll just insta-kill you. And until you've died from him, you don't know the pattern. So you almost have to like get killed by him to understand where he's gonna fucking fall and land on your head and kill you. But what they've tried to do here is, it's like they've tried to do in Alien Isolation, but badly. Because in Alien Isolation, the alien's actually really intelligent, like making noise. There's not just scripted pathing like this robot, and it completely kills the pacing of the DLC as well. It's like the only stealth section in the DLC. I do get a bit frustrated here because it's quite late at night, so I am quite tired, which doesn't help. But there's a lot in this DLC where it feels like just unfulfilled potential. There's some really good parts, there's some really good story missions. There's 2 or 3 story missions in this DLC that are touching, that you get the best out of CD Projekt Red, so you know what they're capable of. But a lot of this was just uninspired. I've seen a lot of reviews, I read up on the reviews, and they're dishing out 8s and 9s. And I don't know what they're smoking, but this is not an 8 or a 9. This is not even on par or anywhere close to Witcher 3 DLCs, to CD Projekt Red standards that most people know. Which is unfortunate. And it's difficult to come back to a game after a year and a half and still have an emotional attachment to it. But that's my rant on that. we get to the end of that ending, which is the 4th one, get the achievement, and then here we are, we get the last achievement as well for the ending. As you see, I haven't got a lot of gameplay here because I'm trying to save you spoilers if you do want to play it. But that's our journey of the 100% on Cyberpunk. I hope I haven't complained too much. I just want to be honest. I've seen a lot of praise for this game, like they've turned it around, like the 2.0 update has completely changed the game. This DLC has completely reinvented the game, and it hasn't. It's still the same old Cyberpunk from what I remember from a year and a half ago. Yes, they've got rid of the bugs, most of them, but they're still there, there's still a lot there. You know, they have polished it, I'll go as far as to say that. But this DLC's overrated. And I wouldn't put it past a 6 out of 10, and I would not put the main game past a 7 out of 10. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it hasn't been too negative. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.